G'day guys, I'm WattleGaming and welcome back to Far Cry New Dawn. Last part we went and got Gina and we did the rest of the outposts, which in fact, they are now all on level 2. So when the outpost run does come up, I'm just gonna do most of them. I'm not gonna try and do them undetected, or I might like try and do one, but I might just take a run through some of them and just show them off. So it'll be probably one part at best. This part, we are doing some expeditions, because I need gear to upgrade into gold tier weaponry, which is what I'm going to be doing soon. So I will do all 7 of them, but I will replay one of them on level 3, so as to show them off. So it's either going to be like maybe 3 or 4 parts. I haven't really decided yet. So, I don't have anything else to do. We've got Gina with us in case things go south, which we damn well know it will. Let's go speak to Wadja and get this thing moving.
Thanks to you for getting me the fuel. Now you, me, la grosse patate, we're gonna get back to doing what we do best. Pissing off highwaymen and stealing their resources. So listen to this. The highwaymen found a crashed aircraft carrier and are using it to hide supplies. They thought they could keep that a secret, huh? No, not from Roger. Whatever they found has to be good for us, too. So what do you say we pay them a visit? Maybe take a stroll on the beach after we rip them off? No, just a joke. The highwaymen will be pissed off and we need to get the fuck out of there quick. So, ça tente-tu? Moi, je capote.
So, basically the way these work is that you have to talk to good old Roger every time you want to start one. That then shows up in your journal, so you can track how many times you've done a certain outpost up to level 3. These get increasingly harder as you go. These are all outside the main map, so they're all separate entities. It's sort of like the Far Cry arcade from 5. While we're here, let's go start our first one. I really like the loading screens for these, by the way, because it shows off different areas that we're going to. It's quite nice.
Look at the size of that thing. The highwaymen found their jackpot, all right. Find the supplies, and I'll radio you the extraction point. And don't forget to gear up.
Alright, I don't need to gear up. I got everything ready before I started. So we can just automatically go ahead. So basically the way this works is we need to go grab a package on this boat somewhere. It is marked with purple smoke, so you know where you've got to look. After we grab it, we will have 30 seconds to plan our escape. And then after those 30 seconds, well, all hell breaks loose. If you die, you start again. It's as simple as that. You have to escape in one go. So, there's multiple ways of doing every expedition. So, I'm just going to use the zip lines and go in via the, whatever the back of the ship is called. The stern, the bow. I have no idea. I don't do boats. Plus, this and a couple of other maps that you go to across the US. This is probably one of the maps, along with maybe 1 or 2 others, that you can actually get a shark skin. They actually brought these things back from Far Cry 3, and I hope Gina's about to get eaten.
Cut that shit out!
Luckily, I don't need shark skins, so I can leave that dude alone, because I don't want to get my ass chewed on. But due to the fact that I have waited until I did Joseph Seed's quest, I now have access to a lot of abilities that I did not have before. Namely, Wrath, Ghost, and also the incredibly OP jumping skill that I have also got. So we're going to try and put these to work if we can. Especially the Ghost and Wrath. Wrath is going to become really useful doing this on level 3. But there's all activity. As I said, these are all their own maps. Let's just try and remain undetected for now, if we can. There's no need to get detected, because if we get detected, it just makes my life harder. Also, loot as you go. There's a lot of loot that you can get in the actual main map, but due to the fact you're out here, you might as well loot. Like crap loads of titanium, for example. I may have just stuffed... I stuffed up. I stuffed up. Righto, Gina. Do your work. Apparently, I can't shoot straight. This is why Gina is actually really good to bring along. Her LMG, not gonna run out of ammo.
You need to get the goods and get out of there. The Highwaymen are going to throw everything they have at you to try to stop you.
Well, that's good. Really, do you? Here, have a shield. I was going to explore this place, but now that the Highwaymen kind of know we're here... who am I kidding? It's a purple Gina against a shitty level 1 enemy. Of course they're not going to win. Which in that case, if that's what they're going to do... I might as well show these off as I go. There's no point in just grabbing the package and leaving. That seems a little bit cheap. Oh, these guys do almost no damage to my health. Yeah, this is going to be a walk in the park. So if we just head inside this lovely place, we can explore areas around the map. Depending on what map it is, the maps are open to pretty much go anywhere or find anything, as we will on later maps. So coming up the top here, we should be able to make our way up to the bridge. I think this is the bridge. Yeah, this or it's the captain quarters, one of the two. Captain of the shitliner here. After a battle lasting only a few minutes, we've chased off the rodents, stomped on a couple too. I'm proud to say this ship is now Highwayman territory. No more wandering the roads, no more temporary shack-ups. This is our home and we need to keep it that way. We'll begin by fortifying the area, laying down bridges and zip lines to reach the coast. And last but not least, set up the amps, speakers and DJ booth into the elevator shaft. Let's get this party started. So welcome to the shitliner. I don't know where the captain is. Maybe he's gone to take a piss or something. Who knows? But I'm going to grab as much titanium as I possibly can. Okay, maybe this is the captain. If so, they're a very, very shit captain. Oh, hi. Can you, like, go away? So, basically, this is going to be a good way for Gina to get her kills. Like, literally just get her to prey on these little level 1s. And she'll really do the job for you. Oh, and you got stuck into the wall. That's kind of nasty. He's freaking out. This area doesn't have much to explore. There is, like, a bit out there, but as I said, only contains a bit of loot. It's a really nice setting, though. We are in Florida, so it's bad to see that, you know, Florida got nuked and whatever. I'd say it actually survived pretty well. We need to go get the package, which is down the elevator shaft down here. So, Gina, if you would mind, just start shooting a load of these people. They're not really that difficult, due to the fact they're all level 1s. If anything, I'm using a blue pistol on these guys. That's how easy this is. Give me that shield. Who wants a shield? Come on, step up. There is the purple smoke that signifies where this package is. It is right down there, guarded by a blue dude. But because I've left these expeditions to so far late in the game, every single one of them is going to pretty much be a walkover. So I guess that means I'm going to be able to explore these a little bit more. And the fact that the Highwaymen are in possession of this is kind of scary. Because if they can ever get this thing working, yeah, they're not Highwaymen anymore. They're now militants.
southeast. It looks like a good place for me to land.
So, Roger will now activate a landing location where he wants to land, and it is my job to get there. No one's coming to help you, buddy. So, you could just, like, walk off the boat and do other stuff, but I've got a better idea.
You got the goods, but you need to get out of there. The Highwaymen are going to throw everything they have at you to try and stop you.
Yes, Roger. I know that, Roger. So shut up, Roger. We're gonna take one of these cars and drive it off the front of the ship. Because why wouldn't we? This is like the best thing to do ever. Gina, please get in. I can't take many more hits.
I'm in. Got it.
Shoot! They don't leave him alive!
Oh, I'm jumping off this thing. I don't even care. Freedom! The only bad thing about doing that, however, is one, I've put... No, apparently Gina's just dead. She's just straight up dead. So that's great. I don't even know if I have enough stuff to revive her. And I've possibly made a mistake about how close I've decided to land ashore. So this is where it gets a little bit interesting. We've got to basically hold off all these people until Roger arrives. On a lower difficulty, this can be quite hell. But, you know, I've got purple tier weapons, and these guys don't. So I can pretty much take a lot of hits that I wouldn't have been able to earlier. I second that, man.
Okay, buckle up.
And here we go. We're off.
Fuck yeah, tabarnak! You got the package and left the Highwaymen with nothing! I'd give you a big kiss, but I'm fine, you know, but fuck, I'm gonna find you later. Watch out!
I feel like I should be very scared right now. And there we go. There is our first expedition complete. So there is our rewards for our very first expedition. A lot of good stuff. This is going to go a long way in crafting some much needed gear for my weapons. And there we go, we also got circuit boards, which was basically the stuff I was missing to craft some of the more purple tier items. So I will leave that alone now. I'm not going to do the weapons for now. I'll bulk up some resources so we can fiddle around with some of the gold tier items eventually when I unlock them. I could actually unlock a lot more of this stuff over here too. I do have the ethanol, but I will leave that until the part where I actually do the main storyline again, plus the treasure hunts. But for now, it is time to go back to Roger. Hopefully he doesn't kiss me, and we need to get another expedition.
Oh, we got those fuckers. Hostie cave. Okay, back to normal. One thing about the Highwaymen. Once they're exposed, they always come back stronger. I've seen it. So, if you ever want to rob a stronghold again, we can. But they'll do everything in their power to make it harder for us. Or, there's a new stronghold we can go to. Check this out. Highwaymen are controlling the only bridge that's still standing over the canyons to the southwest. They wait for people to cross the bridge and then BAM! They do an ambush and take all the stuff. In French, we call that se faire fourrer. A real greaseball shit. So you wanna know the plan? There's no fucking plan, okay? We take from them like they take from the others and that's it. Merci, bonsoir, hostie. So you tell me, we go back to the warship? Or you, me, la grosse patate, we go to Navajo Bridge? Laquelle tu veux?
So, we've got our second expedition available, and there it is right there. You can see these vary very, very much, depending on what you're doing. That one's more like higher ground based, this one is just dead flat. And again, I do actually like the loading screens for these. They're really, really well done and very, very nice. And I will actually continue showing these off as we do expeditions, because the loading screen is just one part of it.
We're nearing the bridge. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. You know the bridges where I come from collapsed even before the bombs? Okay, once you get the package, I'll tell you where to meet. Oh wait, go get them, Tiger.
Right, before I do that, I need to refill all my weapon ammo. You need to do this before each one, or you will run into trouble. Get rid of all that, and... Sure, let's get some armor-piercing rounds. Why not? So this one is vastly different from the first one, namely because this is on a bridge and not a warship. But it's all flat ground, all desert. I'd say this is probably another area that survived the bombs pretty well, considering the fact. And there is a bunch of wildlife here if you want skins. That's all well and nice. But what we want is across the bridge over there. And to do that, we need to work our way to it, hopefully without setting off any alarms. And I also just realized that I didn't bring another gun for hire with me. And now I'm stuck because I can't get Roger to go back and fetch one. But before we go grab the package, let's go have another little explore around. There's no reason not to. And whatever you do, do not jump in to the chasm of death. You will just straight up die and fail the mission. So no jumping into the chasm, no matter how many times you want to do a leap of faith. This is not the time, nor it is the game. But I do know from doing this one last time, there is a RPG person up in this tower. And usually the more guys that you get rid of, the less guys you have to deal with upon your escape. Not so bad on tier 1, but if you're doing this as soon as you can unlock it, these can get really hard real fast. They're not exactly real fun to do when you first unlock them, because you're not entirely, like, set up and equipped to do said things. In each of these expedition levels, there is, like, little notes, like the one I read at the warship. So I'll do my best to try and find a lot of them, because some of them are quite funny. We're going to use this old office as a watchtower. Anyone comes down the eastern road, it's our job to send the alert. Once we're in position, we'll wait for the sorry saps to cross the bridge and spring the trap. Easy money. So this is basically, all these guys are different chapters. As far as what I'm aware of all the Highwaymen chapters, it's not just Hope County. The twins control one of the chapters, and then the other chapters are led by other colourful characters that we'll meet later in the storyline. But you can go down through the bridge. That is definitely on it. Just don't jump off. You don't want to jump into the mist-filled cabin below. But there are plants down on that area you can grab. If you really feel ballsy, you can swing, like, beneath the bridge. But I wouldn't recommend that, because the last time I did that, I kind of fell into the misty caverns below, and I was forced to redo it. I think I might have just stuffed up here. Let's just back away from that area and work on getting to the package, which is over there, where all these highwaymen are. Which means I may want to start using my bow. Alright, I guess we're doing this loud then. So let's grab out the saw launcher. And while these guys are starting to run over to me, I can just quickly loot before I get out of here. Even though these guys are still shitty level 1s, I don't have Gina with me anymore to really tank. Which means I'm dealing with the full brunt of them. But the package is up here, upstairs in this room here, overlooking the lovely canyon that leads to your doom.
I'm now. The bus station southwest of you. That's where I'll get you.
Right, we need to run all the way over to that bus stop over there where Roger just said he needs to pick us up from. Right, we need to kind of move really, really quickly.
You got the package. We need to leave in a hurry. The Highwaymen are going to keep attacking you no matter what.
Well, that's alright. I've got a saw launcher and a vector. I don't think they're going to be really able to touch me. But you can already see how difficult this would get on Tier 3. Even with gold weapons and everything, if you get caught out of position, you can get ripped apart quite easily. Like I'm doing right now. Have you got the RPG? No, but you've got a shield, which you kind of need to go away with. Here you go, bud, have a shield. Or not.
Let's go.
You know what? Stuff the shield. Okay, lesson learnt. Do not, do not run under a helicopter when it is landing. That's common sense. Which now also means that I need to go run through and grab this thing again. So, I'm just going to go after it. There's no point running around and go grabbing stuff that we've already seen. I'm just going to go grab the package, and then we're going to link back up to where I originally was before I decided to get crushed by a helicopter by a guy named Roger. I have an MG now, so you all can go away. No one's coming to help you now, bud. Okay, I really should have used this thing before. It's actually really nice. No one gets on that zip line. No one, you hear me? And you two can just go away. Who's over here, huh? Who's trying to shoot me? Get rid of you. Now we'll just hit fire and just magically get rid of all of you. Yeah, well, I'm gonna make sure you land first before you boot me with your goddamn helicopter again, Roger. I really, really didn't appreciate it. Alright, I think it's time to go.
You in? Okay, away la grosse patate, let's go. Shit, that was a close call, man. You're one crazy son of a gun, you know that? Glad you're on our side.
But there we go. There is expedition number 2 complete. So this is where I'm leaving this video off for today. These are only 2 expeditions, so I wanted to keep these videos short by default. Next time we're going to continue this. We're going to do expeditions number 3 and 4. And then from there I will have a main mission. And then I'll do the other load of expeditions. And then from there do the outpost. And we can basically finish the game off from there. So drop a like, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next video.